The Pittsburgh Steelers are adding a new cornerback to their roster. ESPN's Adam Schefter reported Monday morning that the Steelers are signing undrafted free agent Cam Alexander to their 90-man roster. Alexander mostly recently spent 3 weeks with the Seattle Seahawks. The cornerback played college football at Oregon, UTSA, and Sam Houston State. After going undrafted, Alexander participated in rookie minicamp for the Atlanta Falcons and Seahawks. He landed his first NFL contract with Seattle on July 21st. The Seahawks released Alexander on August 11th. ESPN's Brooke Pryor referred to the addition of Alexander as an interesting signing for the Steelers. Interesting signing for an already deep secondary, Pryor tweeted. Could signal Mike Tomlin is planning to rest more roster locks versus Panthers on Thursday. Interesting signing for an already deep secondary. Could signal Mike Tomlin is planning to rest more roster locks versus Panthers on Thursday. Steelers cornerback depth entering NFL preseason Week 3. Any player joining an NFL roster this late in the preseason is going to find it very difficult to make the 53-man roster. There is only so much time left for a player to prove himself, especially a young, inexperienced one. It could be particularly difficult for Alexander because of the cornerback depth the Steelers built this offseason. Pryor clearly suggested the Steelers are adding Alexander just to have another cornerback for Week 3 in the preseason. That makes sense if head coach Mike Tomlin plans to rest his cornerback regulars again. Before the addition of Alexander, the Steelers have 8 cornerbacks on their roster. That doesn't count the 6 other players the team has listed as defensive backs on the official roster. The Steelers also possess 4 players officially listed as safeties. On the team's most recent unofficial depth chart, Joey Porter Jr., Darius Slay, and Jalen Ramsey were listed as the starting cornerbacks. The Steelers had Ramsey classified as the starting nickelback. Corey Trice Jr., Brandon Eccles, and Beanie Bishop Jr. were Pittsburgh's second-team cornerbacks, with Bishop listed as the nickel. Veteran James Pierre and rookie Dante Kent, who general manager Omar Khan hyped in June, are 2 of Pittsburgh's third-team cornerbacks. Porter, Slay, and Ramsey haven't played this preseason. Because of injuries, Trice and Kent haven't played either. Steelers sign undrafted rookie CB Cam Alexander. Report. Alexander is trying to earn an NFL roster spot or practice squad place a year after making a minimal impact for Oregon. Granted, the Ducks went undefeated during the regular season, but Alexander didn't play a lot. He posted 4 combined tackles, with 1 interception. The season prior at UTSA, Alexander registered 15 pass defenses and 2 interceptions. He also had 34 combined tackles, including 2 tackles for loss. In his NFL preseason debut, Alexander struggled. In the preseason with the Seahawks, Alexander played just 6 snaps, with all 6 coming against the Las Vegas Raiders in Week 1, wrote Steelers Depot's Josh Carney. He graded out at a 25.8 overall, including 26.3 in coverage. He was charged with allowing 1 reception for 41 yards against the Raiders before being released. That 41-yard reception allowed by Alexander went for a touchdown. Schefter didn't mention a player that the Steelers will be releasing to make room for Alexander. The team will have to execute a corresponding move to officially sign the former Oregon cornerback. Most NFL teams are either focused on the future or immediately contending, but the Pittsburgh Steelers are in a gray area. After trading for 2-time Pro Bowl wide receiver DK Metcalf before the NFL draft, they later dealt fellow receiver George Pickens to the Dallas Cowboys. After that, they signed 41-year-old legend Aaron Rodgers to a 1-year deal. While acquiring Metcalf and Rodgers were win-now moves, trading Pickens for future draft compensation created a missed opportunity in the short term. Metcalf and Pickens could have formed an elite 1-2 punch, but now Rodgers will have to rely on less proven receivers behind Metcalf. However, Pittsburgh's defense is one of the best. In addition to returning stars like TJ Watt and Cameron Hayward, the team also acquired veteran cornerbacks Darius Slay and Jalen Ramsey over the offseason. The Steelers added another player to the unit on Monday, via ESPN's Adam Schefter. Steelers are signing former Oregon CB Cam Alexander, whom the Seahawks released last week, he reported. Who is Cam Alexander? Alexander took the hard route to college football success. The Texas native spent his first 4 seasons at FCS school Sam Houston State before transferring to UTSA as a redshirt junior. He received All-AAC first-team honors after finishing with 34 tackles, a sack, 2 interceptions, and 17 passes defended. He was tied for 5th in the nation for the latter stat. Alexander then transferred to Oregon for his senior season and appeared in 11 contests for the number 1 Ducks. He went undrafted in 2025 before signing with the Seattle Seahawks, who then cut him after their first preseason game. Alexander could be a surprise addition to the Steelers' 53-man roster if he impresses in camp, as fellow cornerbacks Slay, Joey Porter Jr., and Corey Trice Jr. are all injured. The Pittsburgh Steelers are testing the waters once again on a free agent wide receiver. After an initial meeting months ago, the team is bringing former Buffalo Bills and Jacksonville Jaguars wide receiver Gabe Davis in for another meeting, ESPN's Adam Schefter reported. Davis and the Steelers met back in June, but the two sides did not agree on a contract before he left. Still recovering from an injury, Davis was visiting multiple teams at the time, trying to find his best option. He's yet to find a new home in the NFL, and the Steelers have continued to look for help in their wide receiver room. They'll now get a second look at Davis to see if he's a fit. Former Jaguars and Bills WR Gabe Davis is flying back to Pittsburgh today and is scheduled to visit the Steelers on Tuesday for a second time this offseason, per source. Steelers continue seeking WR help, Schefter tweeted. Davis, 26, spent last season with the Jaguars but was cut this offseason. He caught 20 passes for 239 yards and 2 touchdowns in 10 games with 9 starts before suffering a season-ending meniscus injury in his knee. The Steelers have continued to monitor the wide receiver market throughout the offseason, checking in on numerous names including Davis. They've also called the Washington Commanders about Terry McLaurin, and most recently, Odell Beckham Jr. made it known that he and quarterback Aaron Rodgers have spoken. The longtime Bills star appears to still be at the top of their list. And with Calvin Austin III dealing with an oblique injury and Roman Wilson continuing to develop, the team is looking to see if Davis is fully healthy and if a deal could get done. During his time in Buffalo, Davis caught 163 passes for 2,730 yards and 27 touchdowns. Each of his 4 seasons with the Bills, he caught at least 6 touchdowns, with 7 touchdowns in 3 of those years. DK Metcalf and Austin are expected to start the season, but it's unknown when Austin will be back on the field. So, in the meantime, Pittsburgh is exploring outside options to add to their group before Week 1.